We in America have a government that serves and protects us, the people. We treasure our democracy. It allows us to present our input on the government matters that affect us. But in the two-party system we have today, does that reign true? Or do we suffer from the two-party system? The two-party system is the widely accepted idea that two parties rule a political landscape and are often seen as near polar opposites of each other on the political spectrum. Our founding fathers discouraged development of this. First President of the United States, George Washington, said, "It agitates the community with ill-founded jealousies and false alarms, kindles the animosity of one part against another, foments occasionally riots and insurrections. It opens the door to foreign influence and corruption, which find a facilitated access to the government itself through the channels of party passions. Thus, the policy and the will of one country are subjected to the policy and will of another." Despite the warnings of our founding fathers, political parties arose in the 1790s, centering on the powers of the federal government. They were the Federalist Party and the Democratic Republican Party, which later split into the Democratic and Republican Party, forming the system we know today, the two-party system. The two-party system poses numerous problems, though. The two parties act in a competitive nature with one another.
It basically means that you're putting all your eggs as a nation into two old, very untrustworthy baskets.
The two parties act in a competitive nature with one another, constantly butting heads on issues important to our country. They remain so loyal to the party's opinion that they often delay progress, debating with the other side. Congress's partisan nature has made for a problematic government. In the past few years, we've seen fewer laws being passed and even a government shutdown. It's created a divided nation of...
The 113th Congress is about to go down as the least productive in our American history.
You can believe it, only 55 bills have been signed into law this year. That makes this the least productive Congress ever.
The least productive Congress in the history of the American Republic. It literally is a do-nothing Congress.
It's created a divided nation of Democrats and Republicans, where each side attacks each other. In the two-party system, problems also arise within the individual parties themselves. Candidates running for a position of power find themselves confined to the ideas the party holds. To stray away from those ideas is to stray away from the party. Candidates essentially must align views with that of the party. And so do the voters. Voters may not agree with every or even most positions of either party, yet they find themselves having to choose between the lesser of two evils. A lot of people don't consider the other options, thinking that voting third party is a waste of a vote, but it is a viable option. In fact, former governor of Minnesota, Jesse Ventura, won as a third-party candidate and is advocating a change in the U.S. political system, a change where multiple parties rule the political landscape that is the United States.
It's time for a revolt in this country. I've been advocating a revolution for years now. Revolutions don't have to be violent, but we need one, and I would tell everybody here, vote them all out of office, and wait, don't vote in a new Democrat or Republican. Vote for anyone but Democrats and Republicans.
The key is to popularize the third parties. To get on the ballots, parties must obtain a certain number of signatures on a petition, along with a fee. But once completed, the party is officially on the ballot. To continue to be on the ballot, the party must obtain at least 5% of the popular vote. But there are already 3 major third parties in existence, capable of running in national elections. They are the Libertarian Party, the Green Party, and the Constitution Party. They are viable alternatives to the Democratic and Republican parties. If you find that you agree with one of these parties and feel they should have more of an influence on politics in our nation, you can and should support them. Just online, you can register to volunteer, circulating petitions, helping a campaign, organizing events, hosting events, running polls, distributing literature, and more. You can register to join the party as an official member, and you can donate the much-needed money. All the links you need to support third parties are in the description below. With the rise of third parties, with the rise of third parties comes the fall of the flawed two-party system. Let's help make America a land of choice.